Hello, everyone. I want to talk about something very important during this pandemic. One of the things that we're facing right now is one of the big questions is to have the schools open or have the schools closed. Most people, of course, would like to see the schools open, but unfortunately, many areas they're leaning towards keeping the schools closed. That's going to mean homeschooling. Now, homeschooling is something that not everyone has taken a turn at trying. It's something that's going to take a little bit of involvement. Best involvement is coming from the whole family being involved in it. Because you want to try and make homeschooling not just something that we're going to do, although we didn't want to do it. Trying to make it a fun learning experience if possible. To do that, we're going to have to do things like creating a designated learning space, following a daily schedule. You're going to have to map out the school year ahead of time. You're going to set learning goals together, the parents and the students. You're also going to have to take what you're learning out of the classroom and into the community. This must be a family activity. Now, creating a designated learning space. Now, it's important to keep this schooling deal very official, very orderly. And one way we do that is having a designated area, the same area, whether it be at your kitchen table or a desk in a den or a spare room. This is the place you're going to go to study, a designated study area. And then when they finish studying, materials, their books, their papers, their pens, everything that is involved in the learning goes to a designated area. It makes the impact of this homeschooling much smoother on the family and the family's activities. It also says this is something real, this is something official, and it's something important. So having a designated spot to do the work and a designated spot to place your supplies when you're finished is a real plus in making a good environment for learning. Homeschooling will be much more productive if you actually run it on a schedule. Some people, you're running this program on a schedule. So best thing to do is consider creating a daily schedule. You can adapt this schedule as things evolve, but that will allow the students something to focus on and avoid distractions during the day. Your schedules, you can make them, you can color code them, you can make them like a flow chart. Develop the schedule together with the student. They understand that this is important. You want to map out your school year ahead of time. Mapping out your school year helps you to track your progress while they're out there studying and deciding how close they are to your goals. One part of this is to break up the big goals and the big projects into smaller steps. That makes it a lot more manageable and not so overwhelming to the student. You want to try and set your goals for your learning program. Set them together, students and parents. Student and parents can get together and see the results that they've attained so far, and then make minor corrections as you go along. And one thing is to take this experience beyond the classroom. You'll be learning many things, different subjects as you go along to stimulate their interest in learning. Take them to areas around the neighborhood, such as libraries, historical societies. No matter where you live, there are some things that are bound to be great attractions for individuals. One thing you can also do is taking them and perhaps learning to bake. Also, things about the house, things about household management. Getting the laundry together. There's always farmers markets are a great place to go to. And you may want to teach them certain things like how you really do a checkbook, how you do budgeting. These all can add to make homeschooling a much, much better experience. As you're organizing this homeschooling, try to ease into the schooling. Remember that your homeschooling doesn't have to be exactly like a public school. You can experiment with different styles, schedules, and listen to your child. Pay attention to what seems to be working well for them and make fine adjustments as you go along. Another thing, technology. Make sure that their students have access to technology. Many students do not have computers. Some do not have internet. And again, these are things you're going to have to work out with local business people and local charities to try and get these computers, for all the students that need them. One place you can check, the IT office suppliers in the area. They will go into a building and at certain intervals, they'll take the computers, they're functioning, but they upgrade them to the newer versions of the computers. They remove the old versions which are still working, they're still being used. These computers, see if you can work out a deal to either buy or rent or lease these computers. Some of your business people may even donate these. So again, you're going to have to work with your community to try and get that. The same thing with the internet. If there's not internet in a certain area, get the Parents Association in the area to contact the carriers of the internet service and see what would it take to get them to move the internet down to the area where you need it. Okay, thank you everyone. Take care. Please like, subscribe, share. Feel free to leave a comment. Take care everyone.